Hey everybody, how's it going? Diecast construction expert here, and today I'm going to be doing another video that has nothing to do with diecast. This is going to be for all my Honda Grom people out here that are specifically interested in the Kitaco clutch cover for the Honda Grom. This is one of the most popular mods that I would have to say would be done to most engines in terms of big bore kits all the way down to just stock engines. It eliminates the stock oil spinner, and it allows you to run a cartridge oil filter, which the Grom did not previously come with. There's not been too many reviews on this product alone. I mean, there's been some people that have done a little bit of stuff here and there. There's Hard Racing's installation video, but there haven't been too many people talking about how they felt about it after they installed it. So I was just going to try to cover that really quickly. Don't want to make this video too terribly long. I've had it on for about, I think about 2 months now. And while I was in there, I did go ahead and do the 15% stiffer EBC clutch springs. I did the new clutch plate, the pressure plate, and I did also do the Kitaco, or actually, excuse me, the Takagawa high flow oil pump. So all three of those things were done at the same time. The first initial impression that I had of the clutch cover kit, I did definitely notice that the bike revved up much quicker, and it was much peppier to rev, and the revs coming down were coming down much more quickly than they would before. So that was a nice thing. Then I took it out on the street. The bottom end, whenever you're just kind of lugging first gear a little bit, feels like it's kind of gone a tiny bit. There's no reason you should really ever do it, but if you're ever going, say, 5 miles an hour or something like that in first gear, it's not great. But whenever you have the oil spinner in there, I believe that really helps keep the engine rolling whenever you're going slower than that. So I think that really helped with anything, you know, under 5 miles an hour or something like that. But whenever you crack open the throttle now, that extra response that it gives you definitely makes up for that little tiny extra bit you lost on the very bottom end. It definitely picks up and goes a decent little bit quicker than it did before. My other impression was that obviously, like I said, it was picking up quicker, excuse me. So I was getting to 60 miles an hour faster than I was before with this mod. However, it felt like I wasn't able to go any faster than 60. So I wasn't exactly sure how I felt about it. I would go down some hills that I had, you know, previously gone around 70 miles an hour down relatively easy, and it just wasn't really feeling like it was capable of hitting 70 anymore, and that kind of bummed me out a little bit at the start. But after I've ridden it for, obviously, like I said, about 2 months now, that is not the case. I mean, sometimes I feel like I'm not able to go as fast downhill as I should be, but I mean, that doesn't change the fact that I'm still able to hit the rev limiter going down most of the hills that I try to go down. So that was just a little initial worry that I had, and that worry has been eliminated. The other thing that I noticed, I was expecting the little oil filter there to take more oil than it did. It didn't really take much more than what it normally would take to top off the stock Grom oil dipstick thing, since, as you can tell, they got a sight glass here and your dipstick no longer works. So it took a little bit more to get it to show up properly on the glass, but not very much more at all. Other than that, like I said, I really didn't want to make this too terribly long. The other thing I'll note is that if any of you have ridden a Triumph, say a Street Triple or anything like that, or you're familiar with the sound, the small little turbo type sound that a lot of 3-cylinder bikes make, but ever since I removed the, sorry about the sirens there, ever since I removed the oil spinner and done the other mods, it just sounds like the engine's kind of like not humming or making any bad. It's not a bad noise. It almost just sounds like there's like a tiny little baby turbo attached to the side of the engine or something like that. You can just kind of hear it. It just kind of whistles at you or something. It's something that you're gonna have to kind of obviously have to understand what I'm talking about. And I do have somewhat sensitive hearing, so it could just very well be myself. I don't know. Could be me. I don't know. I get really excited on the Groms, so. But other than that, guys, I just wanted to kind of go over that really quick with you. It's a really, really nice mod. I haven't done the first oil filter change on it yet. I have changed the oil, but I haven't done the filter yet. I plan on doing that every other change. So I mean, obviously I took it out whenever I got the cover at first, put it back in. That's not, you know, it's not a big deal. So there's nothing too fancy to expect there. Other than that, guys, I mean, it's a great looking cover. I really enjoy having the sight glass there. You know, it's kind of different for different people. Some people like sight glasses, some people prefer a dipstick. I just, you know, you got to make do with what you got, and so it's not that bad. As you can tell with the little lines there, the area that you have for error is somewhat small, so you got to kind of watch out there. But other than that, guys, I really think this is a great mod. I know a lot of people out there on Facebook and on the forums have already stressed that, but like I said, I just haven't really seen too many people talking about it and what they thought about it, and I just thought having a video would make it a little bit easier for some people to kind of get their minds around it. But other than that, guys, I plan on doing the oil cooler kit for it after I get a new intake to delete the big box there, air box there. But I don't want to mount it to the head. It just seems like a bad idea, so I'm going to get the frame mount for the oil cooler and go from there. But yeah, guys, that is essentially my little review I wanted to do there. And if anybody has any questions, obviously you can leave them in the comment section below and I'll be sure to get to you. But that's gonna do it, guys. If anybody has any questions or anything like that, just let me know. We'll see you next time.